Hey, how's it going, you two? Well, week 6 of the 2025 college football season is in the books, and my Tide whooped Vandy's ass 30-14. I love it. Diego Pavier, how you say his name, was running his mouth talking about it's going to be fun. Well, Diego, was it fun? I don't think so. Well, you look like, especially in the second half, man, you look like a deer in the headlights. And my quarterback, Ty Simpson, picked Vandy's defense apart all game long. Well, he did throw a pick on the first drive, but hey, it's what Alabama's fourth, fifth game, and it's the first pick he's thrown all season. Not bad, but he made up for it though. He wound up throwing for 340 passing yards and 2 touchdowns. Not bad at all. Considering the fact that Diego only had 198 passing yards. Well, it didn't seem fun to you now, did it, Pavier? It wasn't fun like you thought it was. Yeah, and we saw you on the sideline crying to your boyfriend, Johnny. Yeah, I saw him hugging you. He was probably like, "It's okay, baby. I'm sorry. I should have told you. You ain't going to get lucky against Bama twice." Because he knows that from personal experience. But anyway, on with some of the stats here. Let's see. In Jam Miller, 22 carries for 136 yards. I like that. Our running game, finally, something's got our running game going. I hope that lasts. I hope that ain't just against Vandy. I hope they continue that rest of the season. That way, Ty Simpson will have some help. Right, it'd be a lot easier for Ty if he has some help, especially with the running game. Hell, he makes it look easy now. So imagine if he had help from the running game to take pressure off of him. Boy, he'll probably have a field day. Let's see. Jeremy Bernard has 5 catches for 82 yards and a touchdown, and Ryan Williams starting to get better, man. You're getting to the point where I'm about to give you your name Hollywood back. Anyways, he has 6 catches for 98 yards and 1 touchdown. No drops. Well, he had one where he was trying to fall down and catch the ball, which that was on him and Ty Simpson. The ball was thrown kind of low on that play. So I ain't going to blame that on Ryan Williams. But he did have a good game against Vandy. He keeps this pace up. I imagine by my next 2 videos, he'll probably get his name Hollywood back. And our defense is stepping up, especially in the second half. They didn't let Vanderbilt score the point in the second half. Justin Jefferson had a forced fumble and 14 total tackles and a sack. Justin Jefferson, he's stepping up. And he did real good. And they shut Vandy's run and passing down in the second half. Now, in the first half, when they had that long run, what was it? About 60-something yards run for a touchdown. I was beginning to worry. I was like, oh, no, not again. But from that point on, our defense buckled down and dug in and slowed Vandy up. And to the point in the second half, they weren't even letting them score. I'm very proud of my defense. I think they only allowed Vandy to hold a total of 135 rushing yards. That ain't bad. Consider throughout most of this season so far, their run defense has been kind of lackluster. So they stepped it up a bit and done pretty good. Oh, while I'm on the subject of the Alabama Vandy game, Diego Pavier, man, you need to learn some fucking class, dude. I know I just used a bad word saying you need to learn some class, but the way you acted, you need to learn some fucking class. Sitting there shaking your damn junk at the student section, then arguing with the fan on the way out, man. My thing about it is, you wouldn't have done that shit if it wasn't for security. Man, you ain't nothing but a punk. Which makes sense why you linked up with Johnny Manziel. Makes perfect sense why y'all buddies, because 2 little punks usually get drawn together like that. Speaking of which, I'm trying not to come down too hard on Manziel. Even though he had some banter with the fans, but hell, they was giving him the finger too. So, but he did congratulate Ty Simpson at the end of the game. So I'm not trying to come down too hard on Johnny. Although he was in Tuscaloosa wearing a Diego Pavia jersey, but hell, you know how he is. But as far as his little punk ass boyfriend, man, when you go play at somebody's stadium, show a little bit of class. There ain't no need in doing all that. As far as your victory formation warm ups during y'all's warm up, as far as your little victory formation practice during your warm up, you just made yourself look stupid doing that shit. Karma's a bitch. You ran your mouth all week about what you was going to do and not going to do and how it was going to be fun. Well, was it fun, Diego? Boy, you didn't look like you was having fun, especially in the second half. When you threw that pick, you didn't look like you was having fun then. But anyway, I'm proud of my Tide. Well, they went on and beat Vandy this past week. And then, let's see, what else was I going to go on? Oh, and don't mean to jump around here, but the time of possession was also a lot better than last year. Last year they barely, had 18 minutes in time of possession. This year they had 37 minutes in 23 seconds, and Vandy only had 22 minutes and 37 seconds. But anyway, I figure I'll go over this past week's game when my Tide beat Vandy's ass. But like I said in my last video, please like and subscribe. That way I can get better content out to y'all. And not only that, I'll be able to get more content out to y'all. But like always, roll Tide and God bless.